a fool, bitch. So just step back. I'm mad at that when I come down strapped. I thought you was my piece, but you pick me out now. I'm mad as hell and I'm full of. I'm gonna get mine. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. Don't tell me how you up and down when you smile at my face and you put me like a clown, just a fool, bitch. So just step back. I'm mad that when I come down strapped. I thought you was my piece, but you pick me out now. I'm mad as hell and I'm full of doubt. You wanna roll it? You wanna roll it? Lefty, let's roll. You wanna roll it? You wanna roll it? Lefty, let's roll. On the scene, it's time to get mean. I'm a lean revolution machine. What people said they stay this way, but today is as good as any day. I feel slightly this. Let's resist. Raise your hand and pump like this. Promise is all the time. Cross the line, 'cause you know it's mine. We wanna roll it. We wanna roll it. Lefty, let's roll. We wanna roll it. We wanna roll it. Lefty, let's roll.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice. I love it.
I had to put something together real quick. I have to work on it. And it was overmodulated, too. I think there was too much bass. I got to fix that. So it's a work in progress.
Too much modulation.
Overmodulation.
Too much
How are you,
modulation.
Sue? You're on mute still.
With the proper modulation.
How am I? I'm still coughing.
Deep breaths.
No, it's just part of the, it's all part of the high.
Uh-huh.
I'm with you on that.
I don't think you would want to be. It wasn't a pleasant experience at all.
You can only imagine. You're one of the best patients in the hospital.
Well, yeah, because I don't bother anybody.
Right. And you tell them what to do.
You know what's cool, though? I was on an all-women's floor. In Hackensack, they have 3 floors that are just for women. And so I got a bed on one of those floors. And what a difference in the temperament. Everybody just seemed so chill. It was nice. Nobody had to deal with men.
It really makes that much of a difference?
It does.
Really?
Really?
I've been a nurse for 45 years, yes.
Oh, yeah, well, I've been a nurse, yeah, but I just meant as far as being a patient. Like,
oh, yeah. No, it makes a difference.
Wow. Good evening, Mr. Miller.
I'm doing pretty good. I'm just a little late, so I'm setting myself up and ignoring everybody. But I got to go along with Sue. I do a lot better when it's women taking care of me in a hospital. if I'm in a room all of my own, except if they tend to yell. Sometimes a woman or a guy will be right outside and they'll yell down the hallway at 2 a.m. for something, But I think
no, they don't.
even generally women don't do that as quick as
No.
guys do. So,
Did you have anybody scream, "Have you seen the Muffin Man"?
did you ever have to scream, "Do I know you"?
After anesthesia, probably. I've said some pretty crazy things. I wouldn't imagine. So,
No.
I just think I'm funny after anesthesia.
facts.
I amuse the hell out of myself.
Yeah, I remember when I had my 4 wisdom teeth pulled out all at the same time. Both sides of my face were drooped down.
I had that too. I had my wisdom teeth out all at once.
I did too. And back when I had them done, I was 16. You were in the hospital for 3 days.
Really?
Yeah. If they were impacted,
Not
yeah.
up here. Not up here. Not up this end of Jersey.
Oh.
Mine were all impacted under my other teeth.
Yeah, mine were impacted also.
And it was like what, 1975? You went in the night before, you took the little class about the OR, and they told you how they would intubate you, blah, 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 blah. And then the next morning
They intubated you to take your teeth out?
Yes. It was the 70s.
Jeez.
Yeah, but that's when I had mine out. I didn't have any of that.
Yeah, and then you stayed one more day after the surgery.
Wow.
If you had good insurance.
Wow.
I had some guy come in with like a pair of pliers and like a needle and said, "All right, we're going out in the alleyway. This is going to hurt for a little bit."
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You might be a little swollen after.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I love the way they say stuff like that.
Like comes out there, he's like, "I got your anesthesia right here."
Yeah. Well, the only thing I objected to with my 59 days in the hospital and nights was when the surgeon, well respected, said, "Listen, I need your permission. We got to put a couple of pins in the leg, a couple of pins."
Mm-hmm.
What? I didn't know it would be a four-part erector set holding my foot together.
Oh, yeah, and that's what it looks like.
Pins are not the 3/16 of an inch thick.
Yeah.
You got riveted.
Yeah, I got. Oh man,
Yeah, but you had a nasty injury, so.
Yeah, but I did put one of William Haney's flags in. I had it clipped onto the end, and then I swear to God, because first time I hit that on something and it didn't hurt. I mean, you'd think it would hurt, but the bone doesn't have any nerve, I guess, in it, and it didn't hurt. I mean, it wasn't a knock it over type thing. Then I realized I could make a slingshot out of it.
No, geez.
Oh yeah, I mean, not right then. That was for getting home, Yeah, I could hang a flag on it, But I just kind of resented the pins. That was like, oh man. But I would have said yes anyway. So I guess I didn't go into it scared. But then it ruined all visitation. Nobody visited me really, except for the 2 times they did. It was with that, and it made them real uncomfortable. And then when I got out to Parks, the casino, because I got around in a wheelchair pretty freaking good, and the medications were good. So it went out there, not aware it was a Halloween costume day. Now there I was. Yeah, there I was with this stuff sticking right out of my foot where you could see it right into the foot. And all I had to do is make it look like Kathy was a nurse or something, and then pushing me in there and get some fake blood on it, coming down the foot. Because that would be real. There's a $5,000 first place, and I'll tell you what, they didn't have anything better than that. I've always been a little bummed about that. I would have loved that. Fuck.
Lefty, do you know you're in the dark?
Yes.
Figuratively, literally, or figuratively, are you talking about?
No, well, both.
In the dark. 50-50.
Do you know how many drugs are in anesthesia?
No.
One?
A
A
lot.
lot. I asked them. I said, "What's in the anesthesia you're giving me?" They said, "Propofol."
Mhm.
I said, "Oh, that's nice. What else is in the anesthesia?" "Oh, you want to know what else is in there?" I said, "Yeah, give me the whole list." She gave me the whole
Fentanyl.
13 fentanyl, ketamine, Suboxone, every drug.
Oh, they don't put all that in the same.
Yeah, with all that, okay, why
Really, you would have been dead.
Yeah.
That's what they told me. They gave me the whole list of Suboxone and ketamine. Was
Okay,
in
they
my
were fucking with you.
That's why he's in the dark right now.
Yeah, they were messing with it. You are in the dark. Double dark.
You want to know? We'll give them a list.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you got to read it at the end.
yeah.
They didn't want to tell me. They just wanted to tell me propofol.
And then there was a disclaimer at the end.
Yeah. There's always a disclaimer at the end.
Sign on a dotted line.
Yeah, right. But that's like when Lefty goes, "Hello, you're on the air." You know, what is that word? John Deere? That's you're on the air really fast.
That's like
yeah, right. That was it. Yeah.
That's Jersey. That's like saying Jeet yet?
Jeet.
Yeah, G yet.
Jeet.
Well, also in New Jersey, we see
that's how we
You
say
good?
how
That
are you?
yeah, that
You
was
good?
gonna say you good.
Yeah. Also, we use something that sounds like the word Jew a lot. Did you do it or did you do it? Did you? It's did Jew. Did you? So the D, it becomes way more of a J, and it's hard not to. But did you? How hard was that? Did you?
It's a lot harder than saying Joe.
Yeah. Well, the one that people made fun of me when I went to North Carolina State, which is 90% in-state. So yeah, to them, I have a really funny accent, and man, they were funny and cruel about. Well, I'm thirsty. Do you have any water? Like WOULDER. Do you have any water?
No, but I got an orange and some coffee.
Yeah. Well, then, then I found out another thing about them. When they do that, you can't make fun of them back because it's not funny.
No, it's not funny to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You just tell them, bless your heart.
Yeah. Well,
bless your heart.
That's the best you could do. Is
the southern middle finger.
Well, anyway, they were definitely there wasn't a lot of respect if you're from the north. You kind of got it.
I put your did you read that I put your thing on Substack?
Yeah, I saw it.
I saw that.
I believe
by Jim Miller.
Yeah, I left
subscribed.
I left it a comment, and
you did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I did. No, I liked it a lot. That was a good. That's what I really liked about that when Dan said something about sounds like a good story with what I posted, and I said, yeah, it would be if somebody tells it.
It is a good story.
Yeah, and but it worked. It went well. I mean, I liked it enough because
you had a good flow.
It really what I liked is to say, and of course in the preamble that, listen, I want to give any governor 100 days to do what they think they need to do. That's like a standard thing, before but yes, the phone calls, the things, but when you can't get through and other people can't get through, and it turns out that you can't say for sure that she even knows about it, because once she knows and all you're asking her to do is to tell him, Scutar, I know about this, and I really would like to know why you're doing it, because I'm being asked to find out, not to make you do it, but the questions I'm being asked are to find out why you're doing it, because I think patients are right that when something's broke, you need to know what broke it if you want to know how to fix it. And to not tell them where the wheels fell off and why, and you did get it past yourself. I mean, I'd love to hear that conversation, but I left out stuff like there should be no reminder needed to tell anybody who's boss between the two of them.
So we wait 2 weeks, and then you write something else up, and I'll post it again.
Yeah,
because within 5 minutes we had 38 people that read it, so that was good.
Yeah. Okay. Another thing, we're going to be there on the 20th, so in less time than that, I'm going to have fun making up the right kinds of signs, as if she's the only audience, but nobody will be able to look at the signs and go, "Oh, look, he's making this all about her." I know how to I think I know
Yeah,
how
you're
to
good
do
at
that.
this.
Well, when I reread that, I really love
Did you
some of the
impress
words.
yourself? You
No,
impressed
I
yourself.
was like, did I actually phrase it that way?
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah.
you
Well,
did
the
good.
whole part about culpable deniability, it's not being mean, but there's really two possibilities, and one is she doesn't know, and one is she doesn't care.
She
So
knows.
I
think
but
this
I
is
don't
what
want to. Yeah, I don't want to be
this
able
is
to
what
prove
we'll
it.
give her. We'll give her. She knows. She just hasn't gotten to it yet.
Well, okay, but that's why I don't refer to her whether she knows it or not. I refer to she doesn't understand the extent of the problem, which is like giving grace even if she does know that she doesn't know the extent.
Right.
So I just hope it was abundantly clear to me when I reread it as somebody else. That's a warning, is what Jim's offering. And that's a warning. I'm asking other people, are you ready to try and fail?
She's
Warning.
She's not from Jersey, though, right?
Yeah,
she's not originally from Jersey, isn't?
Correct. I believe that's right. Yeah. Well,
has she been here for 7 winters?
But anyway, I do like
but she's not from Jersey.
This sometimes Hetty, New Jersey has something out that gets picked up by other media. So this is already within somebody else's orbit as well. And I loved what we had at Thanksgiving, the 2 signs, saying Governor-elect Cheryl, patients need your help.
My phone was listening. I just went to type in, where's Mikey Cheryl from? And it already said it.
Really?
We are being spied on right now.
Mike
Cheryl was born in Alexandria, Virginia. She was raised along the East Coast.
What are you saying? You got a bug on you we got to worry about?
Yeah, I guess so.
I got some raid.
No, we use it to our advantage. We don't tell them we know. Oh, Jim, listen to yourself.
Listen, there you would be so bored by me.
Yeah.
Onomatopoeia.
She grew up in Virginia. She went to high school in Virginia. And she graduated from the Naval Academy in 1994. And served as a Navy helicopter pilot.
But has she lived in New Jersey for 7 consecutive winters?
Well, she moved to Jersey in 2010.
Okay.
So she's been here.
Where was she from?
Transplant.
Virginia.
Alexandria.
Oh.
Virginia.
Italy?
Yeah.
And they think we have an accent too.
We have an accent.
No, we don't.
We sure do.
Yeah, we do. I like our accent.
Facts.
I like how somehow the accents in New Jersey have the hard R at the end of a word, and then sometimes it disappears entirely.
Yeah.
Like butter. Butter.
Butter.
And now you're saying it like you're from Boston.
Yeah, well, pack the cat. Bombs kicking in.
I'm here. Right. I'm just going off camera for a minute or two.
Well, take 3.
Yeah, other than that, things are all right.
So I redid some of the words on that Power to the Patient song, and I'm pretty happy with it. And I think it should be available.
Good.
I'm going to try to make a cover for it and then put it on iTunes so it'll be ready for 420.
Yeah, that's some amazing results you get with that. It really is.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, So were you telling me or somebody else saying that there's a way to try to make the voices similar to somebody else's voice, target voice? Does that do that yet?
Yeah, you can. I was gonna do something with Wayne's voice. I was thinking of it was kind of creepy, but yeah, if I could
kind of.
If I could get a couple of the podcasts and clip them out on the computer, sure. I think I might be able to piece something together, like they did with that Trump song that he was singing.
No, I just wanted to. What I wanted to do would be we make a song that me and my brother and cousin already play, only it'd be not us, but just like we play it the same way. And then if the voices sounded like us, I could really mess with people, you know. Whoa, you guys are great, you know. Put it alongside.
Yeah.
Put it alongside.
Yeah, that song.
Could you play a song for it and say make this better? Same, you know, pretty much the same words, just do it better.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unless it's copyrighted, then I can't.
No, okay, yeah. All right, cool.
Power to the patient.
Yeah.
Power to the patient. Let my people grow.
Yeah, I like it. It's not angry. I like that.
Happy music.
Yeah, happy, not angry.
I mean, I can make you angry. That's no problem,
Yeah.
but
No, you can do that.
Yeah. How can reggae make you angry?
I became more aware of how things go in Jamaica through a very early thing High Times did, and they sent somebody who'd never been to Jamaica, like a new guy, because that was, you were of suspicion when you started asking questions and stuff. But during the course of his stay there was a man in Trenchtown who could not find his passport, and he needed to be somewhere the next day. Nobody could find it anywhere. What he did was he just sat down and played his guitar and said, hey, if I can't find it, I can't find it, you know? It'll be what it'll be. And it turned up, but he didn't waste any angst on it. You see, it didn't affect whether he was going to be successful in finding it or not. Right. And yet he was able to just shift that off, you know, without checking the same place and start checking places, you know, it could never be, you know. You know, like when you lose a freaking set of keys or something. So I was impressed with that because it was told in a way that was a peripheral part of the story that he was doing. But
what does the word angst mean?
Anxious. What being anxious causes you, if you can internalize that feeling a little more, you know, like nervous and
it's like nervous anxiety.
Yeah, anxiety. There you go.
Okay.
Like I think the angst almost is leaning towards anxiety. I love roots of words, you know. I mean,
it's kind of like what ADHD people get, where they kind of like we want to go do things.
Yeah. It's or it's just like, you know, you got to have an operation and you're feeling a little nervous about it. That's angst, you know. Or did I hear a noise out there in my house when I'm all alone?
Of course you did.
Yeah, that'll give you angst. You know. I really like the story about, I forget his name, Huna. The guy that he plays in that Fire Country, but he also, I know him more from Sons of Anarchy. He is the leader, you know, the blonde-headed guy.
Oh, Jax?
Yeah, and he was being interviewed, you know, like that in Hollywood, and he was telling a story. Well, you know, it was like a ground floor, and I wake up, I hear a noise, and I wake up, and there's a guy opens my door to my room, and I jump out of bed, and I'm naked, and I feel really vulnerable. And I forget who interviewed me. What happened? He went, the guy didn't change his expression. He said, "Do we have a problem?" And I said, "No." And he left. And he left. What a freaking hero! He's standing there naked. We got a problem? No, we don't.
Give you some to your sleep.
Yeah, how because if Jack would have kicked his ass, look over
Lefty,
there.
why are you in the dark?
Because he's under a gag order.
Are you having
Yeah.
a seance back there?
Yeah, I'm under a gag order, and it's also a dark order. So it's
Oh,
for the blackout.
okay.
Okay, like a copyright thing. I mean, if I'm I'm looking at reactions to videos and seeing what they're saying, and they gotta blur it out, or they gotta stop it a certain amount of times, which
They're
works for,
redacted. They're
well,
redacted.
yeah, for
He's
redacted.
He's redacted tonight.
I'm redacting
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
You're watching me be redacted.
Oh,
Oh, come on,
sorry
man.
about that.
I gotta tell you what. Why don't you try this? Get one of them black poster boards, cut it more into a big dash, and hold it up in front of your face.
Or you could make another face
Yeah.
on
Well,
it.
yeah,
Just,
you could do that.
Just stick like
Oh,
your eyes.
there you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's good.
No, I think that has to be illegal.
Thank you.
That can't be okay.
I think we should go for just a silhouette.
We should all silhouette, and then mix it up. You call me Lefty, you call Johnny, like, I don't know who's left, Sue or Liz. What do you want to be, Johnny?
Sue?
Yeah. And we'll
How did I
change.
get a name change? Wait, hold on.
No, yeah. Well, I don't want to be on here as Jim Miller.
Who do you
You
want to
know.
be?
Well, I could be considered a bad influence. I'm a kind of a co-host of a podcast every fourth Thursday, for 8 months of the year.
I see.
Just-
I'm also high. I'm sorry I got off camera, but my daughter made pasta for dinner, so I had to eat it, and y'all didn't need to see me scarfing down food.
We are at the State House in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
What was that?
yeah. This at the State House, I don't know. It feels kind of like, more than anything, just a place to gather on 420, have a good time, But with a mind where we are, but not so much for seeing if we can inflict damage on anybody. Okay, my analogy is this: President Trump used Easter morning to fuck up Easter morning, that we don't need to do a lot of fighting. I'll have the standard Scutari signs and everything. But I don't want it to be like an assault, more information, And actually, I would be way more comfortable if we used Ratari for the fourth Thursday podcasts, but not the Welcome to Trenton Mikey Cheryl podcast, which is in effect what this is. It's her first podcast as governor with us out there, And
Yeah, I wouldn't use I wouldn't use the rat yet.
well, yeah, Ratari has a place. I love Ratari, but that's the equivalent of Donald Trump talking about Easter on Easter morning, instead of little kids. Hey, you know what an auto pen is? And shit like that.
But it was the greatest Easter ever.
Yeah, right. I could see it in the kids.
There hasn't been another Easter that's been as great as this one ever.
Yeah. Nobody can believe how well it worked
I can
out.
tell you, mine was pretty good.
Yeah, but anyway, I'm just saying, and I'm not going to say I'm disappointed if Ratari was set up. It's just that I don't want to be.
That's not where your focus is.
I
Your
don't
focus
really.
is
I'm just
on
saying.
Cheryl.
I'm saying I don't want to be with him like right then, because I want to give him the coolest signs he's ever had the next time he's there, because that's the Welcome to Trenton. That picture of just two signs on it at Thanksgiving, that really looked good after that. I was real happy to send that to Mikey and her people and see if they say, oh, these people are, look at their bringing the pop up there and everything. And look at these signs, And I don't know. It's but I'm there either way. I'm going to be smiling. You know, just I don't know where I'll be when I'm smiling. You know, and, you know, I might be a standing
Maybe we gotta
co-host.
make a song like "Welcome Back, Cotter." Play that too.
Yeah.
For
Only
what?
with
Why
Scutari.
would you? Why would
Yeah.
you?
Well, welcome
For
back.
Charlie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome
that
back. Welcome back to Scutari. You know, like, oh, we're back. You know.
Hmm.
I like that. You know, you could feed
How
it.
old
Feed it some
is
words.
How old is Nick's guitar? Do you know?
No, he's
Uh,
56 or something. I think 54.
He's young.
Yeah.
I drove past his
He's a
office.
baby.
Yeah, I tell you, these days, anytime I think
Everybody's
about
a baby to
him,
us.
Today.
you know, I just, oh, come on.
Senator, let's see how old he is. Yeah, he's 57.
57.
Mm.
Yeah. He's angling to be the next governor, if you ask me. Go ahead, ask. Go ahead. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
what saying.
going to agree with you there.
That's a natural path.
Mhm.
Therefore, he doesn't want to have a fight with the governor.
Yeah.
But she has nothing to lose by having a fight with him.
Then you'll get your home, bro. That's what I thought that was. Welcome back. Welcome back.
I don't know the words.
Back here where we need you.
Got him on the spot. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
Who is Jim Kelly?
Old Scutari. One of the patients die every day. Thank you, Scutari, for helping
Jim,
patients.
did you know that there's an American professional mixed martial artist in Jersey?
Back here where we need you.
We can't compete with that.
Welcome
Stu.
back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Benson. Welcome back. Benson. Nice harmonica in there.
I'll tell you, I only remember the first verse because that's all they played on the show.
I know, right?
Yeah. I'm
That's
surprised.
pretty much
Yeah.
so with any theme song, if you think
Yeah.
about it.
Well, I need a couple of words to get me on the track, but I didn't realize that I don't know almost any of those words. But if you want to, I could sing you the theme song to The Nanny.
The nanny.
I could. Well, I would. Cheryl really liked that show, so every time they did the theme song, you know, I was
That's
like,
the lady
really,
that talks
I was
like
rocking
this,
it.
right?
Yeah, and goes when she laughs. Yeah. Yeah.
You eat it.
And no, I'm not going to sing the theme song. Notice that.
Aw.
It actually was pretty good. Not bad. And I like the Patty Duke theme song too, because it referenced all those places in New
Oh,
York.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what? I've just been sitting here typing in names, and I just typed mine in, and you know, it came up. Nurse with HCV sues hospitals for discrimination. The nurse, Susan DiGregorio.
Well, say that again. What does it say?
It says nurse with HCV sues hospitals for discrimination. because I did.
Nice. Did you win?
Yeah,
Nice.
took 5 years, but I won.
Huh. So that's what it
That's
boils
my
you
claim
down
to
to.
fame. That's it. I've
Yeah,
been
that's
demoted.
it, right?
Yeah, I've been demoted to that.
Demoted.
Cheryl has a Wikipedia page that, when it comes down,
Yeah, I know. I read hers.
yeah, it's kind of funny, you know. It's a fuck you to Bob Barr too, you know. But the best part is when you read his Wikipedia page, it refers to that. His Wikipedia page includes her kicking his ass. So like, and it goes right to the video from Bob Barr's Wikipedia.
Okay,
Yeah.
Lefty, you come up as Al Rampador.
I know that's right.
Let's see,
You
I
could come up as Jim Miller.
yeah, well, I come up as a mixed martial artist.
Yeah,
you know.
mixed martial artist. I read
martial
that.
artist.
Yeah, there's others, you know. I'm nobody. You got to take out the
I'm
space.
nobody.
No, I'm Jim Miller without a space. That's my alter ego. I get rid of the space and I
He's
make
the
the
nowhere man.
Yeah.
Here it is. Jim Miller, longtime legal advocate
Oh,
and New Jersey weed activist.
Weed activist.
and I never call it weed, which is kind of funny.
What weed are you activizing, Jim?
All the ones that are unwanted, and it turns out
I
all
like the
weed-
dandelion.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
you know,
listen, dandelions mean as soon as they pop up, that means blackfish are coming. Blackfish season.
You ever have dandelion soup? It's delicious. Yum.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
It's good.
you know, the
I
thing
eat the
is,
flowers.
we changed marijuana to weed. The alcohol industry changed booze to spirits. I'm just saying that they were thinking ahead. Like,
What do you smoke now?
spirits. Doesn't that sound nice? Spirits, you know? You know?
Well, that's because when you drink enough of it, the spirits of the
start
universe
to see
enters your
spirits.
body.
Leave your body, yeah.
And your eyes. People look way different.
Yes,
Let's see why they changed it to that.
they get demonic.
Yes.
Why is booze
Man,
called-
my allergies are so
Ah.
bad.
Mine too.
My
Why is-
nose. I can't
See,
touch
this
that.
phone is listening. I just went to type in why is booze called spirits, or it already says it. It's
Okay.
called spirits because the distillation process produces a concentrated vapor that early alchemists believed was the purified salt essence or breath of the original liquid. The term derives from the Latin word spiritus, reflecting the belief that distillation captured the volatile essence of wine or beer.
Huh.
Interesting.
I think Spiritus is the name of a
Alright.
Polish Everclear.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, okay. Who is? Let's see if this phone is really listening. I'm going to guess who Liz is. Who is?
It always
Liz?
is. You have to
Yeah.
turn that option off in settings.
I'm gonna go a little tinfoil hat after Sue's done because I saw something tonight that I've never seen before.
Who is
I-
Liz Quinn? Searching.
I would,
Oh, there's several Liz Quinns.
yeah, I'm pretty common.
Common.
I was watching a
There's
reel.
Caitlin Quinn,
Would you
Maggie
say
Quinn.
spaceship?
Spaceship.
UFO. I'm guessing what you saw, Liz. You saw
Liz,
something.
did you know there's an actress, Elizabeth Quinn?
Uh-huh.
Of course.
I
Yep.
didn't know.
All right, let's see,
And
John.
in the movie Suspect with Cher and Liam Neeson,
Nice.
the victim was Elizabeth Quinn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm watching a reel of a woman who's making bread or something. I don't remember. And it's somebody I follow. And you know how they put the captions in when you're talking or when they're talking? All right. So I'm watching this and all of a sudden, wait a minute,
I would guess
there's some crazy stuff.
She said she was doing Thursday. I don't like this.
Yeah.
The more I get to know, she's actually
This is what popped up.
and stuff going on Thursday. Isn't that what Thursday?
The foreign tongue. It just popped up.
She gets the guests for Thursdays.
Huh? And then this popped up. These.
What is that?
I don't know. Let me get the other one back up. Wait a minute.
It's too close. Go back a little bit. Okay. Oh, ice cream. No?
What she's making actually is a Napoleon
Okay.
cake. But this foreign language started coming up, and I'm like, whoa, I've never seen that.
Wow.
So, you know, you can tinfoil hat that if you want.
Well, I know
Right
some
now.
Oh, I wasn't here.
in the last month, somebody has moved my pipe 3 times to where it disappeared off the desk and then it was back.
It's right here.
Now, that's the way I characterize it because it appears that way to me.
That's just Snoop on the stoop.
Yeah.
Just pop.
Or Men in Black. You know, you walk into the room, you don't know why you're there. The Men in Black people were there.
Well, you
Things
can't
have
see
to.
them. Yeah, they can't see them because they're already redacted. They're in black.
Exactly.
That's why I always wear black to blend in, so they don't come up to me and be like, "Are you?"
Huh. Just trying to think if there's any way to make a couple of little kids funny if one of them had a redaction thing, like he was redacted or something, you know, walking around with them. What are you? I can't tell you.
I'm redacted.
What's your costume? I can't tell you. I'm redacted. I'm not allowed to tell you.
If I tell you, I gotta kill you.
Wow.
Sounded like a doob tube popping.
That was.
I know that sound.
I was actually just messing with it because I have the goods here. This is actually Panda Farms. What the hell is it? Now I peeled the damn label off.
This article is really wild about me. They have me confused with somebody else. They have that I applied for cardiac care nursing job at Valley Hospital. I never did that. It also said that I received liver treatment from a Valley Hospital. I don't know anybody there. Let's see what else. What other stupid things does it say?
You could be.
The state law.
Yeah.
New Jersey law against discrimination protects people who are suffering from a handicap and who are perceived to be suffering from a handicap.
So how's that ramp coming along?
For me,
Yeah.
you know, it goes all the way up to the 6th floor. It's amazing.
That's one steep ramp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes with a boop, 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 and you go down it.
Where does that ramp start? In the town over?
What's the town over from? I don't have anything close enough. Utakana apartments.
I got a question. If I was wondering if I would end up going all by myself if I want to go to a post office in Senator Scutari's district, as center to it as I can, and already know. I mean, they will tell you where you're allowed to redress your grievances because that's the definition of town center as far as your constitutional rights to gather go. You know,
Well, come to my town.
yeah. All right. Well, I mean, yeah.
Go to Roselle. They have no wheelchair access.
I was just gonna say that. Damn it!
Yeah.
The ramp. Up the ramp and hang out there.
And you can't get a wheelchair through the door even if you got it up the step because the door doesn't
Well, I'm going
wide enough.
I'm going out to rat out Scutari to his constituents that use the post office is why I want to do that, though. I mean, yeah, that can be multitasking. That's awesome. But my goal would be that if somebody would come by, just, oh, I see what you're doing. I'd say, you really want extra credit? Here's his number. Call from here, and I'll I'll be able to call up and say, hey, do you like that call? I'm handing out stuff at the post office. You want a picture? It's just because you get to do it. No, you get to do it. And it doesn't matter if anybody comes and talks to you. If you can tell what it's about and go by and get the gist of the problem, just the overall view that there is a problem with him, it's worth it. It really is. It's if I were somebody like him, I would understand and expect it to happen occasionally. But it shouldn't happen one time with one person, and then a week later, 3 times with 3 people in 3 different post offices, and then say, hey, I want to take a post office. Okay, I know it's pie in the sky type stuff, but it's not like if everybody got together. It's not that kind of shit, or you know what you should do. It's that it has a chance of being that simple because it's expected. You get to do it, and that's where its constituents are. So, and the thing is, I really need to touch bases like that, whether I want to or not, because I have to be able to have an answer to, why'd you do that? And where I can say, I tried everything else first. Here's a freaking list. What did I miss? In other words, that's all I really want to say about it. But I need to
dot your lowercase j's.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's when you offer more of a quantum leap in something, and some people, why would you go to that level? Whatever I'm talking about. Thing is, you want to be able to say you tried everything first.
Of course.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's so many things when you get creative like that, and I don't see that going on ever. And the only reason I'm even aware of it and thinking about it is the guy at what was then Dover Township Post Office with a little probably a big cardboard box with something on it, and I don't know what he was doing, but he had a good sized picture of Obama with the Hitler mustache, So he had right. I obviously didn't disagree with why he was there, but it occurred to me, I'm on my way 10 minutes from the ocean. I'm going body surfing. There's some ways it's early. It's 9 o'clock. I'm doing that. He's sitting there with 2 Dover Township police monitoring him, but he gets to be there. He's where he could be. And he's having the courage of his convictions, and I'm not. I'm spending my time doing that, and it's bothered me ever since. I haven't done it yet. So I got to do it. I'm gonna, but yeah, I'll come up to where you are, and we'll hang out. Hang out at a post office, So
I could come and hang out too. That's not far from me.
Yeah, that's good. And the best part is
he can teach me how to dab.
We could dab in the parking lot.
We could sit there being the best example we could be for people. If that's what you thought. I wouldn't say anything out loud, but I would think that it might occur to one of the 3 of us after that. You know what? We should each do one at the same time for an hour, even 3 different post offices. 3.
Oh, I thought you were saying doing dabs for an hour.
No.
Whoa, that's a lot.
I don't know. One time we had Lefty, I think it was like, it wasn't forever, but it was, I believe, 7 or 8 healthy dabs. And I almost wanted to wait to drive home, as I was having too much fun. I wasn't worried about driving. I was worried about, I was having so much fun standing. I think I was leaning on one of those little barricades that they had,
Well, I can't drive for a while afterwards.
Yeah.
That's how I felt after Wayne's last party. At his parents' house.
Lefty saw me run a what people would have run a program on myself, where we were at the UFCW, and the Dab Bar was open, and I went over and Sasquatch, Jersey, what's his name left? Yeah, the something.
Sasquatch.
Yeah, the Dab guy, John somebody. Anyway, he was getting a kick out of the fact he has all his rigs too, different kinds. And what do you want? And what do you want to do it in? And I was there and hanging out. Now, apparently, I'm a bit older than people, and apparently, they is real quick to understand I didn't dab a lot. And it was weird because every time I went, sure, you'd hear, whoa! It's almost like I was breaking a record for eating goat balls or something, And it was, and I got really, really at my optimum. It was an experience, And then I look over and I see Lefty alone at the podcast, and he saw me see him. Now I can't sit there and So I wandered on over, and I expressed it on the podcast what was going on, but I was taking advantage of it to time it and see when I felt I could drive, when I would be comfortable. And it was shorter than I thought. It was about 25 minutes, That's it.
Hit hard and fast, and then it was done.
Well, no, it was still pretty good, but I got a lot of experience, driving.
Yeah, well, yeah. You've been doing this for a couple of years now, right?
Yeah. Well,
a couple of years.
Couple decades.
Also, when I'm driving, I never have a radio on because it doesn't work, and I don't fix it because I've gotten to like my thoughts and me in motion. And with a car, I'm not getting tired of walking or rocking and just sitting here thinking of shit. I'm going somewhere.
Yeah.
And I have.
You have direction. You have purpose.
Yeah. Well, and I have to have a pen and something I can write on in case I think of something. I don't want to forget something, because thoughts start coming in, and then I sing. I mean, you got to practice singing too, and I'm not a good singer, but I get better.
Best place to practice.
Yeah.
Listen, my car, I sing lead. Period.
Lead.
Those are the rules.
Yeah.
My car, I sing lead. Just saying this all.
Say hi,
I like
Kathy.
doing backing vocals. That's just my thing,
Well, back in the 80s, I was in a basement band.
I don't understand.
I'm in a band now. I got a whole bunch of digital musicians right here.
Yeah.
No, I got Eddie Van Halen's in the corner. I get Randy Rhoads over there.
Nice.
Zach Wilde's over there.
We just used to do cover shit and in our basement. It was, weekends. And at the time, weekends were made for Michelob. So, that's what we used to do. We used to get high. We used to do cover.
Yeah,
I like that.
I have there's a guy I've come to like his guitar playing, Gary Kane. He plays mostly over in England. I think he's from Canada. He plays a Stratocaster that I play, and he makes it sound like a guitar. He plays with a bass player and a drummer, and he can sustain it all by himself. And they did. He was back to Canada from like Scotland and England, playing with guys he hadn't played with in a year, and they were just going to kind of try to slip back into it at a small bar. And this is, he gets a lot of people watching him, and they're playing. So he put it up, and it turns out it's exactly the kind of music I can't stop listening. I mean, I had to listen to it through then, and then if I just liked it because the way he started, the drummer wasn't quite set up, and he just started playing something, and he has this cool little rhythmic way of going, but he's plays a lot of different good ways. He plays a good funk type style too, so he mixes and he goes from one to the other, but he wasn't playing and then the look on his face when he heard the drums and he knew that the drums were now behind him. It was like a little kid getting permission to now then he started playing, And I just like that the bass player had to look at him, the drummer had to look because they were catching signs from him, you know. And it was just fascinating. But I'll send it. I'll put it up or something. You know, it's like it might not be everybody's thing, but I don't know, man. I got something I listen to all the time. That I'm going to be listening to. You know, he's like, I guess I'm on his following thing, and he comes up in the shorts. Gary Kane, not Denny Crane. Gary Kane. When I said Gary Kane, everybody watch Boston Legal? Boston. No.
I don't have
no,
a TV,
that
Jim.
was years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was William Shatner. You know, playing Denny Crane. It was seriously. It was. If you could watch all the reruns on Netflix, I would suggest watch it. You'd see what I mean. What I liked about the Alan Shore part, what's his name? He plays the Blacklist guy now. But anyway, he was doing this while he was waiting for his turn as a lawyer, just enough to, you know, oh, I'm sorry, you know. And then at one point during the other guy's presentation, he stood up and went, "I object," because he was getting ready to object, you know.
He was warming up the pitching arm.
Yeah, and you know you're going to get a warning, but I don't know. I'm a sucker for that, you know.
Lefty.
Yes.
Can I throw a shameless plug before you wrap things up for the dispensary takeover?
You eat it.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Damn dog. I just wanted to remind everybody that it's on April 18th in Edison at the Sheraton, and you can get your tickets with a $10 discount if you use my name, Liz Lights Up. But it's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to have a dab bar there too, by the way, and they're going to have a rolling person there teaching a professional roller.
A professional roller?
Yeah,
it rolls around the ground at that floor.
Is that guy they roll to they show their commitment to something by log rolling 12 miles, you know?
That's right. They're rolling. I don't know what they're rolling. They're rolling.
And Wheatstock's this thing in Delaware. I've never been to one, but it sounds pretty interesting.
Wheatstock.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, no, they have all sorts of tables and stuff. You can't bring alcohol, but they do sell it to you while you're there. It's 30 hours. You can camp. You camp where your car is, where you're allowed to do that. They have hand washing stations, porta potty, whatever. But it just sounds like they're probably going to get a really good crowd too. I mean, I've heard about it for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm not going, but it occurs to me that it's probably a little closer than every time I go to Tums River across the state.
Well, the
25 minutes from the bridge.
This one's going to have over 70 vendors and brands.
Woo!
Yeah, and it's in the Sheraton down at Raritan Center, and I know there's at least 150 attendees so far.
And what code do they use?
Liz Lights Up. Love that. I need to make that my ringtone.
That sounds like a commercial from the Starsky and Hutch days, you know. That had that kind of sound, you know. Yeah, I couldn't remember the real. It was I had something else in mind, but Starsky and Hutch, that'll work. Yeah. Stuff I do.
I thank you.
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'm handing out goodie bags. I've got vendor goodie bags. I got some of my partners donating stuff, so there'll be some loot in there.
How many partners do you have?
Be donating.
22.
You have 22 partners?
Yeah, not all of them are, I have a doctor, I have a geneticist, I have
What does your
a
husband
couple of
say about
farms, a
this?
couple of dispensaries.
Oh, okay. Well,
I have
not
a
real.
mix.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
have your crowd.
You're in network.
yeah.
Now I got that song stuck in my head. That happens. I like it. It's good.
It's catchy.
It's just that it's like,
It's cute.
nobody hears the band I hear. So
No. Yeah, I would totally do that in a
Nobody ever
ringtone.
will.
I've been trying to get my son to make me a ringtone. The Mighty Quinn. Have you ever heard that song?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
That's
like the
cute.
Bob Dylan version. I like best though.
I like the original. So I've been trying to, but
Yeah.
I
Well,
haven't gotten one yet. So
Bob Dylan sounds like really high because it's almost like at one point
it probably was.
and down boats. It's like he forgot it, just having fun. Anyway, yeah, that
They make an app that you can download that you can take a sound bite and make a ringtone out of it and then put it into your phone as a ringtone.
yeah. When I was in Wisconsin,
Is it a free app?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been doing that for 20 years because when I was in Wisconsin last 2006, I think it was, Gary Stork said, "Hey, you want to call me up?" So I called him up from my phone that I had got to his phone, and his phone went da 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 as a Peter Gunn thing, like a 00 something agent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I guess I don't know, See how I cued in when the singing was coming in? I got that shit down, man. Yeah, look at the replay. I was being the conductor.
Got that shit down. That's it.
Yeah, it's a happy song.
Yeah, it is.
I have no idea what it's about. I never did.
This could be Liz's theme song.
I love that song.
When Liz reads the news, we can just put this in the back.
Yeah, it's good.
Isn't it about Harley Quinn? Isn't that like the Joker's girlfriend?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
The one that has the daddy issues with the pigtails.
I'm not sure.
Well, isn't Artemis Apollo's wife?
I don't know.
And then Artemis is somebody else's, the female version of a god. And and Artemis, but that would be a woman's name in that folklore. And
It's a Greek name. It's a Greek name.
Yeah, but I only know guys with the name Artemis, not women. I thought that was
Yeah.
I know a girl that has that name. Rose's friend's daughter has that name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It's Greek.
She's a patient.
I think the drummer in Leonard Skinner's name was Artemis too. I could be wrong. I'm rarely wrong when it pops in my head, which is so surprising.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but it's that I check myself on why did I say that? And then it's there.
Artemis from the Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a gold star today, Jim.
Nice. Yeah. Right. What a Lefty would know the button that
Artemis is a goddess.
Yeah.
And she was known as the goddess of the hunt, wilderness, wild animals, the moon, and chastity.
You said the hunt, right?
Hunt. Yes, that's what I was questioning
and the twin
myself.
sister of Apollo.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I had that. So anyway, the gold star thing, Lefty, that's what Pete Christopher used to tell me when I was happy about something. I'll give you a gold star for your forehead. Can we move on? You know, he'd be all gruff about it, but it was always properly placed. You know, I'd real quick want to say something and go, okay. You know, I got a lot of gold stars though.
Tough to get a gold star from Pete.
Yeah, well, you know, those of you that wouldn't know Peter Christopher, but this is certainly going back to the like late 90s and stuff.
Peter
And,
Chris from Kiss.
Yeah, no, Peter Christopher, yeah, right. But no, he went to the what do you call it, the New York NYC film school or whatever. You know, and went there so that he would be able to make a 28-minute documentary. And that's he did that for like a thing on Cheryl, you know. So he went through all this to do it because at the time you could get public access for doing these things. And as long as it took to get everything ready to do that, the computer came and just like ran over everything, you know. Don't have to do that no more. But you know, it was, and we'd sit there and get like really hot because he always had the best pot, and then he had seriously computer screens, 2 of them like this. I mean, like I don't know, 28 inches, 26 side by side, and could go from one to the other. It was like magic, man. You know, yeah. Didn't have any major successes. It was a lot of fun. And his film teacher's name was Gary Cooper, because how could you not remember that?
I thought that was the coolest thing when computers had dual displays and I was able to drag an icon from this side of the screen and put it onto another screen.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Trippy the first time or two.
Like, oh, I could be typing on this computer and watching a movie on this one.
Yeah. Wow. That's some serious multitasking.
You could still do it.
I can't multitask. I got to turn the sound down on TV to make a point. Not because it's loud. It's because that little voice. It's like if I'm a finely spinning top and you touch it, it's not finely spinning any. Oh, it's still doing its job. It's hanging out. You know, maybe even moving around a little, but you know, that's kind of a point of contention here. That can't be easy. I mean, it's okay for me, but you know, but it's cool because now my brother's like that too. So we have a sign between us when one person's talking and the other one knows he's going to forget something. That it's like that. And if the person talking keeps talking to that means back at you. If I stop talking, I'll forget. It's like not for the hearing impaired. It's for the memory of the hearing impaired. Yeah.
I can't watch TV without closed captionings on. I can't watch movies without them on either.
I do that. You know, it's and you know, when I'm watching like whether it be news or something representing a news like program, it's if I miss something they said, the captions are running behind.
Yes.
And now and then you know the mindset it takes where it's like changing from one to the other. It's okay. Now I'm stuck reading it and I'm not listening. So I got to listen a little while I'm reading and then jump back up to listening, you know, otherwise I'm just reading it. And then I've tried watching it with the sound off, you know, but then it takes like a certain degree of effort. So, are
you still running Windows 98, Jim, in that brain of yours? Because I think that you can get an upgrade to at least Windows 2000.
Probably not. You mean when they say, do you want this upgrade? I shouldn't just say, fuck no. Yeah, listen, I could learn a lot from you, I got to say, you know. Well, I could learn
we
a lot
all could learn a lot from each other.
Yeah, well, that's true, but you have a pretty good skill set of things that interest me. You know,
that's because I don't watch TV.
I don't know that. I think that, yeah, that came out right. I do have audio memory for a little bit too. Like if I'm it's on and somebody says, "What'd he say?" If it's right when somebody says something, I can still hear it a little bit. And that's why I have audio memory when I meet somebody. If I really want to remember their name, I say it twice, but not like I'm trying to say it twice, I mean, and then I always end up saying the same sort of thing to cover it. Sort of
That's
like,
that
yeah.
That's that ADD, ADHD brain. Like somebody will ask you a question and you'll be like, "What?" And then they'll say it again, and halfway through the question, you'll be answering it, and they'll be like, "Well," like, "No,
Yeah.
it took me a minute for my brain to process what you said.
Sometimes
I'm lagging.
yeah.
I'm buffering."
Well, that's why I seriously, if I'm going to watch a newscast, I'd rather watch a replay of it because it'll be right up on YouTube. So I can stop it and assimilate something like, whoa, when I have that moment. And then I get a good understanding. Plus I can like hop 10 seconds at a time over shit when they're in the weeds. I mean, there's nothing I hate more than watching something on any of the whichever partisan that way they are on the, whether it's MS Now or Fox or anybody in between. It's always somebody's going to be on wasting my freaking time. And when I'm 73, I don't want to waste time with a guest, an expert going, "There's no way on Easter morning that the president should have," and then it's like, no, I don't want you sitting in my living room like a regular person. I'm watching for information, and I don't know. It just seems like there ought to be a sign or a safe word for the head of the show to say, which means say something they haven't heard yet. I can't tell you how sick I got of hearing 20% of the world's oil goes through the strait. 20%, 20%, 20%. It was endless, and now they don't do it anymore. Everybody got 20%ed out.
Listen, the amount of money that these morons and these CEOs make, they could have retrofitted this industrial park, Bayway, over here in Linden, to use the crude oil that we get from the United States, so we wouldn't have to buy crude oil from overseas. We'd
We're
be
not
energy
buying, but
sound.
you're Johnny, we're not buying. We're not buying.
We're not. I don't know.
But all of these refineries over here, they can't refine the oil that we produce here.
Huh.
You eat it.
Whoa.
That's why we have such high gas prices, but Texas still is at like $2 because they can use the oil that they have down
Yeah,
there.
that I know they're cheaper. I was surprised at that.
That's why I don't watch the news.
No, I don't want. I go AAA national average.
Yeah, every year.
I'm watching the day by day. I'm a numbers guy.
Yeah.
It gets me. I mean, it's like going 2 cents a day on the average.
What it's going to be is
diesel,
what it's going to be.
Well, what diesel is going to be is more expensive than it's ever been in 12 more cents, which it should reach in a couple of days. And somehow, that's going to get noticed because diesel's what the country runs on. Gasoline is what the people in the country run
All
on.
right, Texas gas prices are just the same as ours.
Yeah.
Even close, even $5.
Yeah, that's good. Every year it goes up, and it always goes up this time of the year. I remember it had to be.
Oh yeah.
One year we had oil heat, and 100 gallons of oil cost me over $600. It was in the early 2000s. It was,
That's when
definitely
everybody
after
was switching
9/11.
over around here from oil to natural gas because it was so much cheaper.
Really isn't.
Switch to oil.
No, I prefer oil,
No.
honestly, because
Today's,
it's a better heat.
Yeah, it's cheaper in Texas, not much, but today's AAA national average is $4.16, and Texas is $3.86.
That means it's gonna be closer to $5
over
for
here,
premium.
Per gallon,
$3.49.
$3.87 per gallon, and then it goes up to $4.72.
No, I'm talking about today's AAA price.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
looking at. Days.
You know,
Yes, and I was
Looking right
out
at it.
today,
AAA
and
prices.
there was one gas station. They were 359.
Woo! Really?
The same gas, same brand, a mile and a half away in another town was over 70 cents more.
Depends on, you know what, if you notice, it's the closer you are to like a major highway,
Yes,
more
that's
Yeah.
expensive.
exactly
Yeah.
it, Sue.
And in
And
New
big
Jersey,
towns. Yep.
Exxon in New Jersey takes that to the limit, and you know it does work. You know, but one, I swear, it was like, well, it would have been 70 cents higher. I mean, and that was before. That was not when it was. It was like, it was almost like, okay, they don't want customers. They're probably a shell company. They don't even
want
have gas.
customers.
Yeah, it's styrofoam gas, fake gas
Plastic
pumps,
gas.
you know, movie gas pumps. But it was that, and but it was an Exxon station, and it was like right before you would get on 295.
Yeah, never get gas on the Parkway. It's always more. Same
You
on
know,
the Turnpike.
well, the thing about
You get on the Parkway.
the thing about the Turnpike, I think it was they can only change they at least back when they
I
can
was
only
just going
change
to
their
say that.
once a month. So the thing is, okay,
It's once.
if when it was once a month, I don't know if it was the beginning or not, but think what gas prices went from the 1st of March through. It was big time. So there would be lines when that happened in like 74, 77.
I believe it's once a week now, or that's the last I heard was.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they did it on Fridays.
Yeah. Well, they had to change that because you really don't want people going out onto the Parkway, which because that was free to get on. You know, you get on and go there, and even if you did have to pay a toll, but that's not where you want to create a traffic jam either. So
No.
I always thought that was a really old rule. You know, where a month, okay, it's going to be the same. You know, they just didn't want you taking advantage of it or something, but. And I found out something else at a gas station when a friend of mine had it, and he was doing checking the fuel. You know, so he had that big square dipstick thing, you know, and I was standing, I'm not kidding, 30 feet away, and I had a cigarette. Because I smoked a cigarette at the time, and I went like this and flicked it, but the wind took it. And I hate even bothering. Nobody's going to want to believe maybe. But on one bounce, it went right in and disappeared into that hole. And, you know, we both held our breath and it just put it out, you know. But I got to tell you, man, after all the movies I've seen, wow. Now I learned something. I quit smoking cigarettes.
You have a story for everything.
You imagine
You really
Well,
do.
there was only two outcomes for that. Either you quit smoking or smoking
You wouldn't have
quit
been
you.
here telling us.
Right, yeah. You know, and then, you know, it would be, I don't want to be morbid about my funeral, but I would hate it. Well, what happened? Like, smoking got him.
Are you going to have a
Oh,
funeral?
no.
Cancer? No, he blew himself up.
Yeah, right.
Do you want to have a funeral?
No.
Oh, I don't care. If I was going to have it, I'd want to have it when I'm alive. What good is it afterwards, you know? Yeah, if you could arrange it and I'd go in the middle. Well,
I want a funeral, and I want everybody to carry my casket on their shoulder, and I want bricks put in mine.
I'll tell you this, and I don't know how it sounded first. I was able to do that. I was able to accidentally see that happen for Cheryl, because when she went down up to Rhode Island, it was her last time out, and it was 3 months before she died. We went to the Students for Sensible Drug Policy. So, of course, when I told them at the end of talking, hey, we're at the Holiday Inn, anybody wants to come up and further discussion, break bread with us, you know, feel free. So then Todd McCormick, you know, could look him up. Said mother and Cheryl and I were there. And I got a call from the lobby. Yeah, I meant that. How many people do you think your room could fit? And I went, I don't know, maybe 30. Okay, we'll be right up. 29 people came up, and they were sitting everywhere you could sit around the two big beds and everything. But Cheryl fell asleep, you know. And then towards the end, it's like, okay, listen, I'm going to wake Cheryl up, you know, and you'll be saying goodbye. and it was like, whoa. So they didn't quite know what to do, and I was so blunt about it. And there was somebody, by the Cheryl, they'd been to her hugger. You rock, man. You really do. Yeah. And then you could see this because she loved kids. She'd lost two of her own, and to watch that happen was like magical, because one by one, and it was, I was watching it and I realized I knew what I was saying. And it was like, yeah, it was really heavy in a really good way, I mean, who gets that? I mean, I just said it thinking, yeah, if I could see it. I think they did that on Curb Your Enthusiasm too. One time, somebody faked his death and watched it from like. Did you ever see it? I mean, you're laughing, Johnny. Did you see that one? It's pretty funny.
No, I didn't see it, but I'm imagining.
Oh, okay, Lefty. I was going to send you something I looked up. Curb Your Enthusiasm. Larry got to like a woman in a wheelchair because he was now not married, and she would have been like wheelchair Wendy. And then he couldn't find her house. He was looking for her house, whatever. And then he saw a wheelchair, and it wasn't her. It was another woman in a wheelchair, and he got to like her too. So it was like a wheelchair and something else. But he was with the one at a party. The other one showed up. He says, here. He goes over to a closet, opens it, and pushes her in, says, it's a joke. It'd be really funny. Oh, and then there's the other wheelchair lady. And then, of course, they got to find out. Now, I found it hilarious, Cheryl never saw that, but she thought shit like that was hilarious. Funny, handy. She loved Head Detective, or Handyman in Living Color. They had I'm Handyman, Damon Wayans, but he was like handicapped with a cape. And Handyman, and he'd go towards a window, it was open, and he'd just trip over it and fall, And she'd laugh till tears left. So anyway, I found it funny, and Lefty, then I thought, you know what? I don't know, if you could find something like that funny, but I don't know. Laughter is something, you can't decide what to laugh at, by the way.
This is true.
I'm offering a disclaimer. Try to ask somebody to describe what a laugh is. They got whole things on that, trying to figure out what is this that makes us that reaction when we don't want to do it.
And this concludes
our podcast.
Oh, that was good, man. I feel the brooms coming out,
Tip of the hat, Sue. Tip of the hat. That was funny.
Yeah, I'm getting swept away.
Thank you, Live Matter, wherever you are. CMMJ. Oh, yeah, they're lower on this list. CMMJ, UFCW, Arlo Glass, Oprah Machine. That's some dark humor. And sativacross.org.
Where you can donate up to or more $1 million.
And if you're on
be donating.
And if you're on Facebook and you don't have birthday fundraisers, Facebook takes care of it. A 501c3 can be the recipient. I've had my last 3 birthdays were birthday fundraisers for Sativa Cross. It's not the amount you get.
And I always donate, and I always end up being the only one that donates.
No, I got family that donate.
Okay. But you have acknowledged the fact that I have been.
Oh, yeah. It's like, and I see you do that to other things too. You're able, I kind of got like an actual big time finance problem, and I always talk Kathy into donating something. So anytime you see from Kathy, it's because I made her do it.
I waved at her before when she passed by, but she didn't see me.
Yeah, I gotta like get this up full and pull the. See, she can't hear you, but she like to look in.
Well, let her know.
I will.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lefty.
I'm gonna go on mute now, Lefty.
Okay.
Our list begins with Cheryl, Sabina, Diane, Gracie, Cindy Mae, Marie, Jack, Joan, Randy, Polly, Bill, Chad, Jeremy, Colette, Matt, Troy, Russ, Roger, Jay, Ella, Hattie, Jackie, Anthony, Jake, Armando, Felicia, Lynn, Dan, Sean, Joyce, Lori, Frank, Brian, Carl, Flo, Thorn, Frank, Lorraine, Terry, Charlotte, Cher, Jaybird, Michael, Marley, Colette, Brendan, Red, Rico, Lou, Becky, Lawanda, Chip, Paul, Lisa, Marcus, Gary, Julia, Wayne, Waxy, Joe Marie, Paul, Jeff.
This concludes our podcast.
We missed them all.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
420's coming up soon. Get ready at the state.
Yeah.
Get your dabs ready.
Got them right here.
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I have them. Just don't know how to use them.
Well, let's work on that.
Teach the old lady new tricks.
We can do that.
You can
We
do
have
it.
the tools. We have the tools.
Good
Okay,
night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
They shall grow not old as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. Thank you.